little bit we will discuss since everyone is joined here. A little bit we will discuss. So yesterday, to recap to the yesterday's discussion, we discussed about the jobs. SM36 is for the creation. SM37 is for the monitoring and other administration level activities. Right. So let's go into the system. Let's see anyone created any jobs in the system or not. Right. So let me check. So why I am putting star here? I don't know who created the what jobs. That's why if I put the star in SAP, it says all. Username also I don't know who created and so what jobs are created by which user. Right? That's why I put the star. And also date. Today, maybe I can put the date like 20. From 20 to today, how many jobs are existing? This is a filter condition. These all are the filter conditions. Then execute button F8. Then you will see what jobs are running here. What jobs are running here. Right? You can see what jobs are running and everything here. See here. Yesterday, so the jobs are we created, someone created, and training many are created, I think. So I think this person also created its ready status. So it's ready daily ready status. So jobs are created. Seems our guys are practicing well. So that's fine. The creation of the jobs and everything is very important. Why this delay? You can see the jobs are you created, but there is a delay ready. So there is a delay, right? You can see there is a delay. So ready. The jobs are ready, but it's not picked up. When it should run, the jobs are ready. When it should run, so 26 o'clock, but it's not picked up. It's not picked up. Still, it is ready, and a few jobs are released. So what happened? So that we need to check. So what happened? Why it is ready status? See here, still this job is ready status. Why? So if you go to the job details, then this is executing application server is PRD 10, 10th application server, right? Who created? Uday created this application server, right? The client, what is the job ID? So all details you will get from the job details. And also if you go, you need to check whether the what is the program it is created. This is the program it is created here, right? This is the program name, right? So this is the program. So this is a program. This will be available in the job steps. What are the steps are defined here? What are the steps are defined here? Multiple steps you can define it, not only one step. So for job, multiple steps you can define it, right? This is a job log. You need to check what is happening with the job. So suppose the job is failed. Suppose the job is failed. We need to check why this job is getting failed in the system. So you can see here why this job is failing. So you can just scroll down, or if you just go scroll down directly will say due to the system shutdown. Due to the system shutdown, the job is down, right? The job is down. So this job is finished. So why it is finished and what logs it's updated. If you go to the job logs, you will get the clear information. So the job is failed. We need to check the why it got failed. Why the job got failed in the system. That is what we need to investigate it. We need to investigate it. Why? Because sometimes some user jobs, some payroll jobs, something will fail. So that time we have to investigate deeply why it got failed. Sometimes it will give the exceptions. Sometimes it will give the exceptions in the system. Suppose this transaction while you are checking this one, so the exceptions means what happened? Job cancelled due to the system shutdown. Then in this case, you need to go to the you need to go to the what time actually this one. So 10:56. Then you need to go to the SM21. You will get the clear information. Yeah, 10:21, right? You need to go to the SM21. You need to check what happened at 10:21. So here we don't have any information. So just go to the 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock you can just go and see so what's happened in that system, why the jobs are get cancelled. Here 10:21, maybe here you can see, so all work process started here, which means some the system got shut down option, system got down option. After that, yesterday we discussed about the work process dispatcher, work process table remove and everything, right? So all this information. So again, now today we started again at 21 and 5:53. That time again we started the system. So like that, so we can just we can just provide the logs to the user or whoever asking you to why the jobs are getting failed or everything. We can see it here. We can see it here. So we need to check why, because each job there is a dependency on the work process, right? If we have the work number of free work process are there, if the free work process are there, definitely it will pick up the request. If there is no work process are free, background work process are not free, then so your jobs will be so waiting or released status only, not the waiting, it's a released status only, right? So we have the status, each and every job status we have, right? So scheduled, so ready, scheduled, released, ready, first released, then so scheduled, released, and ready, and then after that it will come to the active status, then finished or cancelled status, finished or cancelled status, right? The job is scheduled means you are creating the job, but you have not assigned any timelines. What are the timelines of the job? Which means what are the job startup conditions? What are the job startup conditions?
Immediate to day to time.
Immediate or
After event operation
Yes.
modes.
Yes, immediate, daytime, after job, after event. So those are the job startup conditions. Startup conditions, the conditions. So when this job should start it. So that conditions we will give it. So that when you provide that one, that will come to the released status. Before that, that is the scheduled status only. When the timings are near, so the timings are near to the time. Suppose you given the 6:45, then during that time it will come to the 6:45, then immediately it will go to the active status. So longer time we cannot see in the so ready status. If we are seeing in the ready status in the longer time, so longer time is more than 2 minutes, more than 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So something is happened in the system that time. Maybe system, maybe work process got hung status, or something is happening in the system that we need to investigate it. So maybe we need to reschedule it again. So or during that time, so what happened, is there any work process available or not, we need to check. Why? Because the job, when the job will come to active status means running, active means the job is running status. So but in SAP level the status is active, which means, so in our mind we should come to know active means running, the job is running currently, means job is executing. Sometimes what happens, the job will keep on running from long time, yesterday's, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. When the job is running from long time means, in every process, in SAP level or database level, in every process, every user login, every process, just just we can remember this point, every point. So every process, either the work process, any process, it will eat the some amount of memory in the system, some amount of so memory and CPU, some amount of memory and CPU. It will take the some amount of memory, it will hold up, it will take the, maybe it will eat the some amount of memory and so CPU in the system, right? This is the so main thing, each and every process. Suppose you logged into the system, then some amount of memory allocated to you, then work process are running in the system, it will take the some amount of memory, then some amount of CPUs, it will occupy the some amount of CPU time, everything, right? So each and everything it will allocate it, right? So there is a memory work process architecture, there is a one good architecture, how the user request flow, that I will explain it. Once we have completed the some basics here, then we can understand what is meant by each and everything, right? That time I can explain the more about the work process architecture, how the request flow and everything, right? So first you should understand the basics. So that's why just I'm not going the deeply, just going the just to overview, just to understandable format, I'm going the just overview, right? So that is what. So every process, just remember, system it is running, whenever you logged in or the work process or anything, it will take this some amount of memory and CPU. Suppose like in the real life, in the real life, how how we are taking the some food and some water for our day-to-day usages, same as like food is like here, so memory, food is like memory for work process. Those are the process, those are so family members. Those are the humans in the systems, right? Those are also they perform the respective roles and responsibilities in the systems. So how we are in the real life, how we are performing the roles and responsibilities. So same here also we will perform it. So like that you can remember water is like CPU, right? So for us, if you don't have memory and water, what will then we will go to the sick status, right? We slowly will come to the sick and something will happen. Same as like here also, when don't have memory or CPU for the each process, then it will down status. It will go down slowly. It will not respond. Same how we will not respond. Same this process also will not respond to the systems. Right? It won't perform their responsibility. If the process don't perform their responsibility, what will happen? Suppose example background jobs, background work process. If the background work process are not performing their responsibilities, means what will happen? The background jobs it won't run. If the background jobs are not running, what will happen? Suppose if it's the whatever the job output, it will not be created. Suppose like one job you have created, the job will go and settle the some financials in the bank account, right? So if you are not executing, means it will not settle. If not settled, then after the cutoff time, what will happen? Then bank will give the fines to the company organizations, right? After the cutoff time. So again, it will load. It will be client will not happy that time. So maybe many cases, one issue it will interlink to the many issues. So carefully when you are carefully we need to check in the systems. So every day as part of the day-to-day monitoring, we have to check the free memory status, CPU status, each work process, are there any critical errors and everything. As a business consultant, our responsibility is systems should be up and running and available to the users. Whenever issue comes, immediately we need to respond to the users, right? Just to remember that two words, see memory and CPU. Okay, so that is what about the background jobs which we discussed, right? So SM36 is we can just create the jobs, right? Just we can create the job. Suppose like, so again I will create the, so today jobs, just I'm good in the one example job I'm creating again for your understanding purpose, right? One job I'm creating. So job class means either you can set, depends upon the job priority. So this job is low priority, even though it is cancelled, we can set out. This job is the high priority, even though we can set it high priority. Why we are setting, sir, this classes means, suppose you have the 7 o'clock, one job should run, right? One job should run. But here we have only one BTC work process. In that BTC work process, we have the three jobs are, these three jobs should be active here. But here, one work process, three jobs are active. In that, one job is high priority. High priority. Remaining two jobs are the low priority. Then the job, the work process, this work process will pick up which job? High priority job, right? Why? Because you have set the priority. So it will set the high priority job only. Remaining two jobs are not that much important. So it's ignored. Why? Because one job, one work process only. One job, one work. You have only one work process is free in the system, but three jobs should be active. The remaining work process are not active in the system. Those are allocated to the other job. It's not ended, but you have only one job, but one work process, three jobs are so should run during that time. So then background job will pick up which job. So the priority depends upon the priority which you are defining here. It will pick up based upon that priority. So you have the three application servers. If you define the three application server, which application server your job should run? Either this application server or this application server or this one. If you don't define it, system will decide it, right? System will decide it where to run, which application server, right? Then don't define this one. So if you have the one application server, system will decide only one application server, or if you define this one will come, right? That is the job. Then immediately we need to define the startup conditions, either the above program or external commands. We can define it. There are the three types of job steps. It's a very important point during the interview point of them. They measure how many types of job steps we have. Above program, external command, external program, anything you can, but these two rare cases they will use it, but this is normally we will use it. So how can I get the program? Normally, we will get the request from the functional. So saying that they will move the code, then they will ask us to schedule the jobs. Then we will schedule the jobs here. Any program, we can define it. So check that variant. Each program, there is a variant. Check that variant is exist or not. What is mean by variant? So this program will execute. If the program is 2000 lines, the 2000 lines will be executed. What is the criteria? Which one? So the variant is optional for the programs when they are running the job. What is mean by variant? Variant is runtime import. It will control the program execution. Suppose you are riding the bike, right? You are riding the bike in the road. On the road, you are riding the bike. So how will you control the bike, the speed limit, and so some vehicle is happening? How will you control it? Through brakes, you will use the brakes, right? So through brakes, you will control the bike. Same as like in the system, the job is keep on running. It will execute everything. But so how will you control that one? So the variant will control the execution of the program. The variant will control the execution of the program. Suppose you have the hundred countries are there in the system, but you need to this program, only one program, you have the 100 countries, right? But it has execute only 2 countries. Then you have to define in the variant. In the variant, you have to define. Then the variant will control the program execution. But this is optional. So some programs they don't have variants. Some programs we have the variants. Then in this case, just check. Then just click on the save button. That will be saved here, right? Go back. Suppose in any case, sometimes you may get the request like change the job step user. So you miss it to step some different user, then you given the startup condition like, so immediate you want to run the job. Here you can see the restrictions periodic values. So first understand the logic sometimes. Okay. First you can understand the logic. What is the logic the user is asking here? Maybe daily, hourly, minutely, 5 minutes, maybe daily, I will take it like, okay, restrictions. Then you schedule it, the job is scheduled, the job is released. Now you should execute it, right? If you go to the SM37, here you can see the job is executed. The today's job is executed, I guess, right? It is executed. So, but if you open it, what is there here? So, what program? Here it is there. Okay, what is the user? Oh, basis user. Okay, it should not run basis user. One batch user we have to create it. We need to switch it. Then in this case, how to switch that one? How to change the user after the creation? How to do the modifications? How to do the modifications? Then in this case, what we can do here? Go to the released job. Select the released one. Select the released one. So you got the released one, right? I think is it released? I think only one time we selected, right? Yeah, I think that is, I have not selected the remaining. So we can just change the, maybe I will edit here only. What I will do, I will edit here only. So suppose in any case, you want to change the, so some changes you have to perform in the job, then select the released job, go to the job, click on the change button, click on the change. Then suppose you want to change the job steps, right? Go to the job step. Suppose you want to change the user, then just select it, then change the user here. Then what is the user you want to change? This is the job step user. Under this user, your job will run, right? So under this user, this job will run. Suppose you want to change it to the, suppose something different batch user, then you can change it, check, and so save it. What happens if you give wrong user ID, right? Suppose I given the just DDS. When you are checking, it won't take it. So error, right? There is a user is unknown. Blindly it won't take it. So blindly it won't take the user. The user should be exist. So suppose like you given the wrong one. Suppose one letter D, I, so small you given. Just click on the check button. So it will take it. So it will take it. Don't worry. But thing is, you given the just DDI. So you are saving. It won't save first of all. Why? Because the user is unknown. So it always each and every field it always check the whether you're correctly giving the inputs or not, it will check it out. So then, so the user has been changed now. You want to change the program. So then you can also change the program also, you can change it. So like that, you can change the programs, whatever after that. But that is only possible after in SM37 only. SM37 only that is possible, not the SM36. SM37 only that is possible, right? So SM36 only for creation and standard background job. 37 all other activities. You want to cancel, you want to delete, you want to change, you want to reschedule, you want to copy, whatever you want to do, everything is possible from in SM. You want to copy the same job, different job you want to create, just go to the here. In the job, we have the options here. In the job, we have the options. Just to go to the here, then here you will get the, so what is the job name you want to create it here to, then you can copy this job. Then job is copied. Then you can just change it, right? So this is the job related information. So more about the jobs, right? So this is the job. So here each job, so each job will take, each job it will use the one work process, right? Each job it will use the one work process. So that work process will run that job, right? That is the main thing. Yeah. So one work process, the jobs are not running means, so we need to check the, do we have any issues with the background work process? That is the very important. Okay, let's quickly jump into the our main topic, like, so message server, right? Message server. Okay, message server. So message server. So message server. So what is mean by message server? Where it is available? So message server is available in ASCS instance. ASCS instance. It will perform the load balancing related activities. It will perform the load balancing related activities in the message server. Load balancing related activities. So load balancing means, so when you are in SM12 is the transaction code, sorry, SMMS message server, right? Is the transaction code. Here we can check the whether the message server is running or not. If the message server is not running, whatever the application servers you have, all application servers will be disconnected. The message server is the very important so process here in the ASCS instance. Why? Because all the application servers will stick to the, will point to the message server. All the application server will logged into the message server instance, right? ASCS instance, which means ASCS instance. If the message server is down, all the work process will, all the systems will go down status. Suppose if you see here in our systems, we have, this is the ASCS instance, right? Suppose if you stop, what will happen? Right? Something is not responding, right? If you stop it, what will happen? Immediately all the work process, all the systems will get disconnected. All the systems will get disconnected. All the systems will get disconnected, right? That is will happen in the work process. That is what will happen, right? That will happen. So that will happen. What is happening? This one, this is down. Okay, so that will happen. So message server is the very important process here. So under the message server, all the things are active here. If you go to the SMMS here under the message server, so all the instances are, it will show active. So which means under the message server, this all things are active here. So all things are active here. So if the message server is down, immediately if everything, all if ASS instance is down, in case all will be down at a time, all will be down here at a time. So normally, so this message server will normally, this is the message server related issues, right? Sometimes message server it won't respond, then application servers will disconnect it. So the application servers, suppose take example in our architecture, suppose we have the presentation, then application layer and database layer. In the application layer, the first you installed, right? This is the ASCS instance. This is the primary application server. Same as like you have the one more application server. Same as like you have the one more application server. Two application servers are available here, right? Same as like here, two application server 0, 4, 10 and 11, instance number 11. So just shortcut, I'm just filtering by using the instance number 0, 4 and 10 and 11 application server, 11th application server. But for all these things, only ASCS is only one, right? But presentation layer is only one. The database is layer is only one. So depends upon the your load, depends upon the load, you can keep on increasing the application servers. You keep on increasing the application servers. Just you can keep on increasing the all application servers, can keep on increasing it. Depends upon the load that we know how to add the additional application servers, right? Suppose you are just connecting to the ASCS instance, you are directly connecting to the each application server, then this application server is down, then you cannot connect it. You cannot connect to the other application servers and system, you will be logged out from the system. But if you are connecting from the ASCS instance, then ASCS instance will assume like, so okay, this application server is active. Why? Because under the ASCS, under the control of ASCS, you have the 3 application servers. If you are connecting from the application server ASCS, here the ASCS will use the groups, logon groups. It will use the logon groups in the SMLG. So with this interlinked, one more topic will come, that is called the SMLG, that logon groups creation. This is the one of the interlinked topic with the message server. So message server will perform the not only will check the not only distributing the load to the respective application servers, So load means what? Load request, right? User request. Then users also should configure the request should to ASCS instance, they have to configure, right? How they have to configure it? So in that case, that group should be configured, then they have to connect to this port, right? How to configure this one? Then there is a one interlink concept is called the SMLG logon groups configuration. So go to the SMLG transaction code here. In SMLG, just there is no groups are configured here. So click on the create assignment. So in the under the assignment, create the group. So groups we have to create it. Suppose, so depends upon the countries. Some organization they will create the, so okay, maybe India. Suppose all India users. Suppose we'll create the India. All India users should connect to this group. So all the systems you can allocate it. Whatever the systems are there, then you can create the group here, right? One more group, only one application server assigned. All India people should connect to the all 3 application servers. Like that, I'm creating the some groups here, right? Groups we can create it here. So why? Because your business is not only in India, you have other cities also. Suppose we have China, right? China people should connect only one application server, that is the 10th application server. Then whoever logging from China, they can only connect to the 10th application server, not for all application server. Like that, I have defined it, right? I have defined the groups here. So suppose these groups, we have to do it in our logon pad, our SAP logon pad, we have to give it. Just go ahead and click on the create button, just click on the new. As of now, what we did is, for initially, we are giving only custom application server. Custom application server means we are directly giving the either 10 or 11 or 4, we are directly giving this one. So that is not the best practice. That is not the SAP best practices to directly connecting to the application server. What will happen if you are directly connecting to the here? If something goes wrong with this application server, then immediately you will be logged out from the system. Suppose if you are connecting to the app servers, suppose ASCS instance, then if this is down, immediately the message server will perform the load balancing to the either the 10 or 11 or 04 app servers, depends upon the load, right? So let's see here quickly. So here, so I'm directly not connecting here. Here I'm giving the message server, group server selection, description, SAP PRD, something like that. So just a PRD. Here, message server name you have to give it like SAP Windows 1:3605. So this syntax you have to give it. Why? Because this is the message server host name and message server port number. right? Just go to the here, just click on the group server, then you will get the groups here. Then you will get the groups here. I think my groups are not saved at I think here. So otherwise it will come, the groups will come here. The groups will come here, right? Maybe the groups should come here. So here, just when you click on this button, whatever the groups you created, the groups should come to the here status. The groups will come here. So which application server you want to log in? And in this case, the groups will come. The groups will come here. Let me do again. Let me create one more groups here. Public group. So which means it is available the all the application servers public group. Maybe one more application server China. Sorry. Public group, one more application server I am creating here, right? It's already there. What is that? 11th. Why it's not reflecting here in the group? Public group, fourth application server, which means I created the groups. Means so users from different cities or different countries, they can connect through this group. So this group they will connect it. So this group is pointing to the these three application servers only. So either message server can route the request to the this three application server, either any one of them. But who are connecting from the China? So from this group, they can only connect to the these top two application servers only, 10 and 11. So not the 4. Why? Because the group is not assigned to the fourth application server. So then they cannot connect it. They cannot connect it. They cannot connect it here. So let me go and check the, so here status here. So this is active here. This is active status only. So which means definitely you should get the, so in the logon pad, go to the create, click on the create button. So go to the next, click on the group server selection, provide the some PRD description. Here select the message server SAP Windows 1 and 3605, right? Then you select it, then when you select it, it will come. So then you need to choose the PRD. I missed that one. So then you need to select it here. You should get the, so groups, we should get it out here. But our case, we are not getting the groups here. Something is not working here. We should get the groups here. So we should get the group here. So we should get the, I think 04. Yeah. So if you give some wrong instance number also, it will give wrong here. It won't select it. So this is the syntax. We have to choose it here, right? Then click on the, so group servers. Then so here you will get the groups. What are the groups you created? So we created multiple groups, but it's not reflecting here. Somehow it is not reflecting here. So but somehow it's not reflecting here. So just click in, click next. So finish. Okay. Then now we can also connect through this group also. We can also connect through groups, right? Not only direct application servers, through groups also we, we can connect it. Through groups also we can connect to the application server. So not only a custom application server, through group also we can connect to the group, also we can connect to the application server. In this case, what will happen when the application servers are down? When the application server is down, immediately, suppose I stopped the one application server here. I stopped the one application server here. By stopping the one application server here. So immediately what will happen? So when you are connecting to, immediately you will be allocated to the another application server. So I just see here, so fourth application server is stopped it. So when I'm connecting to the group, then immediately you will be allocated to the different application server. But for our case, something like that logon group option is not working here. So group server, fourth application server directly connecting. So here, so instance number was changed. 3605. Every time actually we should not change this one. but even though one is down, you logged into the system. But normally this is not the case actually. Here you will get the list of groups actually. The groups which I created in the SAP level, the group which I created here. So in SAP level, the group should commit here. It will come here. So maybe I need to configure the TMS, I guess, first. That may be the reason it is not coming here. Let me reconfigure that one. Just give me a minute. This is the TMS concept. So which we will get actually one of the topic. This is also locked.
Will this be recorded in the database, Ravi?
Which one?
When we creating the groups?
That will be saved. That will be saved in the database level. You are not connecting to database, right? You are connecting to the only SAP level.
Okay.
SAP you are connecting. So SAP will take care of how to update and where to update in which table. But as per coding, it will act it. It will act it as per the coding. As per the coding, it will act it.
Okay.
So sometimes this may be the reason. Actually, this is one of the post installation activity. So the TMS creations. Okay, I created the TMS. So let's see. So which client is this? Okay, just log into the system now. Okay. So now you are not getting any error. CTMS is not configured. So groups also you created. So fine. So see here. So how can we know which application servers are active, which one is down? The down application server, you will see the green is status. The active application server, you see the green symbol. In this way, we can see which application servers are active and everything. So in SMLG, we can see we can configure in SMLG, we can configure the SAP logon groups, we can configure it. SAP logon groups, we can configure it in SMLG, and also we can see the status of whether the application server is active or not. If the application server is down, sir, we can see in SM51, right, all the active application servers. Only active application servers we can see it here. But whether how many application servers you have, whether it is which one is down. So here, if you go to the SMLG, this is one of the frequently asked question. So how can we know which application server is down? Most of the people will tell, like, go to the SM51, we can see the active application servers, then which is not there, that is the down. That is also one point. But here, the new member, how we know, right? If you are existing member, you know 3 application servers are there, you know how the new members knows. When it comes to the SMLG, here you will come to know the status here, status of the application server. It is the deactive, then that is the deactive mode, right? If you want to delete the group, if you want to remove the instance, if you want to delete the assignment, you can delete it here. So here, one more thing is, here if you go to the load distribution, here we can monitor the response time of the each and every application server. Response time of the each and every application server, we can monitor it. Response time, we can monitor it. So here it's not giving any information. Here it's not giving any information. So something wrong here, something wrong with the system that we need to check. Even the groups also should come here. Even the groups also, it's not coming here. 3605. Here the groups also not coming here. So something wrong. I need to restart once. Okay. So let's discuss same in the next class. We all